Rick, sit. Good. Down. Down. Good. Stay. Again, I want everyone to see where I'm at. So I'm in the woods, no leash. There's a bunch of distractions, there's a bunch of smells, and he's staying. Now I want to see if he can differentiate between paper, bank, here. Yes! So as you see, he's able to not only understand the commands, but he can differentiate the words. So I'm going to let him walk off. So see, he's now in the mode of doing obedience. So sit, heel, and now the heel is when I want him to come and I want him to stand directly by my thigh, by my left leg. Rick, good. I want to get his attention. I call his name and I'm looking for eye contact there. And so when he's wandering off, I'm going to let him wander off. Here? Here? Yes. So that's really important. Like, you know, the big thing that I like, that I really harp on is recalls, because with the recalls, you know, we have to have a good recall. If I want to walk my dog off the leash, and the recall is not going to work every single time. I mean, don't get yourself fooled. I mean, even the most, but I want to know that more times than not, my dog is going to come back when called. And you have to watch for signs. I mean, if your dog's, if one of his front paws is up and he's severely focused on something, that means he's about to go hunt. And we also have to understand our dog breeds, because some breeds have a higher prey drive than others. If you have a Doberman, if you have a German Shepherd, if you have any hunting breed, like a Spaniel, a Terrier, a Setter, a Pointer, you know, those are hunting breeds, and they have a prey drive, and they're very likely to dart off into the woods after a squirrel. And now I will let him, again, it comes back to knowing your environment. Like, I'm in an environment where I can allow him to do that. He's trained very well not to go into the street, but there's enough room here where he can run off for a couple minutes, and I'm okay with that. And that goes back to trust. Like, I know that I can continue to walk, and he will come, and without fail, he will come back in a minute or two. So that's a freedom that, again, I wouldn't start off doing that. That's really pressing it. But that can develop after a time of building trust between dog and man. So the relationship has to evolve. You know, when you first get a dog, I'm all about setting the boundaries and being consistent and establishing, you know, expectations of behavior with positive and negative rewards, or positive rewards and negative basically punishments and rewards, right? Making, you know, certain behaviors more likely to occur and others less likely to occur. And that goes back to you know, classical conditioning with Pavlov's dogs and B.F. Skinner, and then we get into operant conditioning, and that's for another video. But you know, he's about a good 100 feet away from me here. Here? Yes! And as you see, comes right back. Good. So I try to do that a lot with him to keep his mind understanding that you know, although you're off the leash, you're not licensed to do whatever you want. You still have to obey commands, because the commands are what's going to keep you and I safe. So, you know, again, I'm not a Schutzhund dog trainer. I don't do the competitive obedience. I think that it has its use. But again, I also want my dog to be a dog. So I want my dog to be obedient, But at the same time, I want to allot my dog some freedom just to explore and be a dog, you know? And if we have a dog that has good obedience and has solid temperament, then we can do that. So I definitely would say obedience is imperative. It's not an option, no matter what kind of dog you have. But in my philosophy, and it's just mine, and you know, some other dog trainers are going to disagree, and that's fine. You know, there's a saying in dog training that the only thing that 2 dog trainers can agree upon is that the third one doesn't know what he's doing. You know, but there's a lot of great dog trainers out there, and you know, different people work better with different people, and you know, so that's fine. I like that there's a lot of variance, and different people have different ideologies. Some work for them, some don't. I don't like to, you know, defame anybody's reputation, but I have mine, and mine seems to work for me and my clients, and I've had really good positive results. So, you know, I'm about and the first, you know, when you first get a dog, I'm about, you know, being strict, really, you know, reinforcing and being consistent with obedience to let the dog know that, you know, what you say, you mean. It's just like kids. But once the dog understands, and he understands that you are consistent and will follow through with not only rewards, but with punishments, now we have a dog that understands where we're coming from. That's a form of communication. And it's a form of keeping the dog accountable, just like a child. Like if a child does not have any accountability, that's a child that has no limits, and that's a child that does not understand that he is not always going to get what he wants. And that is how life is. We are not always going to get what we want. So here I see a person walking, and I don't know if they're good with dogs. Rick, here? Yes. Heel. Good. So when I see a person walking, you know, I don't know if they like dogs or not. Heel. They might be scared of dogs. So I want to respect them, not put them in a position where they're going to be. Wait.
He be on a leash.
Here.
Thank you.
Go. So as you see, you know, some people, it's a good example, don't like dogs off leash. So if we're going to have our dogs off leash, which I think they should be able to be, considering an implicit in that statement is that they are well behaved and well trained, I want to have my dog under control so that they're not charging at somebody. And he did pretty well. I mean, he wasn't perfect, but he did pretty well. You know, he came when called, he healed 90% of the way, and the reaction from that lady wasn't too bad. She prefers dogs on leash, and personally I don't give a fuck, because my dog is not going on a leash, because I want my dog to be a dog. But I want to also be respectful of people who, you know, I don't want somebody to have a bad experience in the Metro Park. So this is a park that we all share, so I want to respect that right. So that's my video. Thanks.